Meeting of the Beaufort County Board of Education agenda setting meeting to order. It is July the 5th. We are conducting this via Zoom, and it is also being broadcast via county channel. First order of business is approval of the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda. Sorry.
I second that.
Second by Angela. And any discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. If we could stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the
to the
flag
flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which
it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our next order of business is approval of the June 13th committee meeting minutes.
Let me put them up right quick.
Yes, ma'am, would you please?
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the June 13th, 2022 meeting minutes.
And I second that.
Question. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Okay, I'm
I think,
picking up.
yeah, our next order of business is setting
Yep.
the agenda for the 12th.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sam, Rob.
Let's see if you get July there. What time do we need to start executive session?
Let's see what we got.
I've got some additional things that I think are not on there.
Okay, because I only have one thing on there.
Yeah, let me, hang on. I think we need an item in there about new hire. So
Okay.
personnel ratification is one thing, but I think generally there's language in there around
Okay,
new hire. Like we did last time with the principal.
gotcha.
Okay.
All right, I'll change that.
And then under legal matters, Wendy has an update on 2 pending legal claims.
Do I need to move them before the employment or the attorneys coming, or is Wendy doing the update?
I'll be touching base with Wendy tomorrow, so I'm not
She's
exactly
on.
sure.
No, I'm on. It's just me. And
Okay.
you can put it wherever you want to.
Okay,
And then I also have a settlement of a workers' compensation claim that I need to review with the board too, and ask for their approval. So that will be an executive session as well. Thank you.
so is 5 o'clock good, or do we need?
Yeah, mine will be very brief.
Yeah, 5 o'clock sounds good if they're brief.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for, Frank, did we have a loose end from the last executive session on safety and security? Was there?
We do, but I think we're better served. I'm not going to be at this meeting
Okay.
personally. I'm going to Zoom in, but it's probably going to be about 2 in the morning for me, wherever I'm at. And I'm probably going to Zoom in for the executive session. And once business is taken care of after executive session, I will probably fade away. So I think it's something we should come back to at the meeting afterwards.
Oh, that's fine with me. Fine with me. Okay, public session, blah, 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 points of celebration. Okay,
We have a points of celebration issue, which I think Robin has on here already. But in addition, it's time for the quarterly update from the clock, and what the board normally does is put them up at the front of the agenda somewhere instead of in the superintendent's report, so that those individuals don't have to stay all the way through.
I'll put them before the chairman's report.
all right.
The guard dogs at work, David.
Yeah, yeah, they were really frightened last night.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
But now they're okay.
Yeah.
That's a great thing that dogs teach me. You know, yesterday is yesterday and today is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it go. Okay, committee reports. We have a lot of committee reports.
So have I left anyone off? We have academics. The combined north to south is meeting tomorrow, as well as operations. And then on Thursday, policy and results are meeting.
Yeah.
So I think that's everybody.
Okay. Okay, superintendent's report. Well, you won't be here, so that we won't have a superintendent's report.
We will have an item on here. So the item that we're going to have in here is an update on the Beaufort graduate.
Profile the group.
On the update on the profile of a Beaufort graduate. That's the only item we'll have in the superintendent's report. However, I know in academic committee, they went through some ARs. So are we going to deal with those ARs in the academic committee report?
What's
Yes.
good?
Okay,
Perfect.
go ahead, Robin. Yeah.
There's one presentation that was coming out of the academic committee, and then the ARs will be in board docs, just in the report. But there is a presentation that the committee wanted shown in academics.
And the library materials selection.
Right.
Okay,
So that'll all take place on the committee report.
perfect.
Right. Yeah. Because ARs are just informational.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Board business, I don't think we have any board business action, although we do have a suggestion from Ms. Fidley.
Right. We have a request.
Right, we have a request for 2 motions under board business action. One would be titled Beaufort High School Football Field Press Box.
Beaufort High School press box, football field press box.
Football Field Press Box, yep. I want to make it as specific as possible so we don't drift.
Uh-huh.
And the other, I don't understand the other one, and Tricia's on, so tell me how to title this other one. The resolution.
So, David, I don't know how you want to title it on the official agenda, but I'd like to add a little bit to paying attention and seeing what the community has, for months and months and months asked us to address an issue. As far as I understand, there's been no documentation found that actually says or records the information that was made in 1971 with the Beaufort High School name, colors, and mascot. And so I believe that if Dr. Rodriguez's team could come up with a resolution that speaks to that history, speaks to the name, colors, and mascot, that at least it will be in writing, it will be heard by the community, heard by the board. And so I thought in the form of a resolution to do that would be an appropriate way to make that happen.
Wendy's hands up.
Oh, yes, I just have an item. I'm a little ahead here. Item for the consent agenda.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to make sure I got that in about FOIA report.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of a succinct title for what you're talking about, Tricia.
I think, based on Dr. Rodriguez's report last time, when he said what steps were going to be taken to keep this history with the students and with the history of the school, this resolution kind of just follows up on that. So it puts it in writing what he said. We were going to have. To me, it just follows up on what he said, basically. Although he said more about classroom and student education too. But this, so I'm trying to look at what.
So if I understand correctly, it seems like what the intent here is to just memorialize the historical events that led to the school having its name, its mascot, and its colors, and memorializing that so that that's tied to a resolution.
I think that's a great word. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. That was exactly my intent, to memorialize it due to the lack of any other written documentation of what had occurred. And again, in the form of a resolution. So, and Kathy, you're right. That was my intent too, was just to add a little more to what Dr. Rodriguez's plan for the education part of it.
All right. So the title will be Resolution to Memorialize
Yes,
Beaufort High School's history.
yes, I think that's good.
Thank you. That sounds good.
Yeah. Seems duplicative to me, but this is agenda setting, so I won't debate it.
Yeah.
I don't get to use duplicative too much, so
Mhm.
kind of cool to get to use that word.
Not a wordle word either, because it's too many letters.
Yeah,
Robin, I think you have to drop the E in memorialized.
Drop the D. Yeah.
good.
Add the E back. Yeah, there you go.
All right, we got that.
Yeah.
Okay, consent agenda. Wendy, you had something?
I think there's another question I have for you on this as well. Let's see. Under board business, does the board want to take on the referendum bond premiums as discussed last time?
I thought when we discussed it, it was premature to do anything.
Yeah, are they ready for us? Didn't they say they would bring it back when they were ready for us to?
That was my understanding.
Okay.
I mean, unless they're ready, are they ready for us to?
I'll follow up with them on that. I was operating out of Southern Beaufort County today in various meetings. So tomorrow I'll be in Northern Beaufort County and I will touch base with my team on that. So.
Okay.
All right, Wendy, you had something for consent?
Yes, sir. I have the periodic report for OE 16.1 for you.
Wendy, that comes after operations and the committee has to vote if they want to put it on there or if they're going to put it on. So that has to go to operations first, and that's tomorrow.
Right, but yes, I
So
would expect and hope that they would approve this, so.
right. So whatever happens out of the committees, then I go back and add the information
Yeah.
after the committee meetings.
I would just try and make sure it got done on time. Thank you.
Okay. All right. The rest is pretty much boilerplate.
Do I need to put the motions that Tricia is asking, or those will just be the motions that come out of this topic? Because they weren't motions that were on the previous agenda. So those will just be motions that are made when we get to board business.
Yes.
Okay. Future topic. Let's see.
Can I make a suggestion on the future topic issues?
Sure.
My suggestion would be to keep this board meeting as a light agenda because there's going to be staff that's going to be out, and I think those are typically the ones who would be working on leading most of the work towards any presentations on future topics. So in terms of adding additional items to the agenda, my recommendation would be if the agenda seems light, I would leave it light because people will be out. So,
Kathy, you okay with that?
I am. I do notice something that we had specifically listed for July 12th, and that was the UVA cohort training.
Yes.
Was that just going to be an explanation, an update? What was that going to be?
yeah, it would just be a briefing on their training.
Okay. So
Do
it
you
makes
want me to-
sense that the people that are involved in that training would be present. So it
Yeah.
should probably be moved to August then. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for catching
First
that.
meeting in August.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'll change that. Oh, it's in a PDF. I can't change it now, but I'll change the date.
Okay.
The last three is what came out of the meetings. Do you want me to put any dates on this or just leave them blank until?
I would leave them blank because those are
Work session.
work session to me.
Okay.
Because I'm just sensing, talking about the effects of recession, we could spend probably a week on that.
Yeah.
And yet none of us are economists. So, I think those are work session items. What do you think, Angela?
I agree.
Okay, Kathy?
I think the last one really is just some data points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, discussion might follow a little bit, but really I think that's just a compilation of data. And that maybe could be done in August.
I guarantee you there's a big discussion behind that.
I was looking for data, or, it is what it is, right? The data.
Yep.
And then you could make, look at the data and maybe make some goals based on that data, but that's, it's data.
I think you hit the nail on the head. There's going to be goals that are going to be developed. You're going to look at the data, and then there's going to be a discussion about why we don't have more such and such, and what are we doing to get more diversity? What are we doing to get more male African American? I mean, there's a big discussion that's right behind it. That's why I think it should be work session.
Work
I agree.
session. Okay,
It'd be nice if it was just data, but I know it's not just data. Unless I'm alone in thinking that.
No,
Well,
it's
no,
gonna
I
be a
was-
discussion. That's something that we need to discuss. And that's
Yeah.
a work session topic,
okay.
because it's gonna take some time.
I think so. We've had that discussion several times before, and it's always been long.
Yeah. Okay,
Speaking of work session, I did send out an email. I only got a small response, so I will send out another one asking about September 9th. I guess, is that the date? Let me make sure.
yeah, I think 9th was the,
Yes, September 9th. So I will send out again to board members, and I'll pick up the phone now that most people are back and just call and find out what the response is. Let's see if we can get a majority to do September 9th.
Robin, I'll definitely try to make it happen.
Okay.
I'll try.
I don't think there's anything else to do
No.
on this agenda. Kathy, Angela,
yeah, I think that's it.
I think you set the
That's it for
agenda,
me.
and it's going to be a light agenda, which is a good thing. Okay. All right, I think we've concluded our work for today. Thank you all.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good night.
Thanks.